Hi, this is Pete. Today we're going to show you how to apply our all-new Can-am Spyder RT 2020 year Daytona racing stripe. This is a new racing stripe for the all-new 20 RT, so we're so excited to show you this product and how easy it is to apply. To expedite the video, we already installed the right side in our satin black material. And this is our really popular Daytona stripe. We have been offering it for the F3 model for quite a period of time, since 2015 I believe, and super popular. So we created it for the 20 RT, and we're going to do a short video to show you how to properly apply it with our automotive cast wrapping film that we use to make our racing stripe kits for the Spyders out of. So in advance, we do send you the gap tape that you're going to find center of the frunk and run it nice and straight right down the center, right over top of the emblem. You're going to use this gap tape as your marker for alignment. So as long as your edge of your racing stripe aligns evenly with the gap tape, then you know when you're done you're going to have a nice straight stripe that's proportional on the frunk. So make sure that your gap tape is straight. That's very important. Now, surface prep is even more important. So as we always talk about in all of our videos, you want to make sure that you're using 70% rubbing alcohol and kitchen paper towel. We don't want you to use rags. Just use paper towel off the roll that most people have in their kitchen. So you're going to thoroughly wipe this surface. This is the key to a successful long-term installation, is making sure that the surface is ready to accept the racing stripe. You always want to install in a controlled environment, like a garage or enclosed area, out of the elements, wind and dust. We don't recommend that you ever install in the sun as well. So controlled environment, temperature wise, 65 degrees or above is recommended. So to check to make sure that your surface is ready to accept the vinyl, a simple tape test will do. Take a piece of masking tape, which you're going to use for your center hinge anyways, stick it to the surface of the Spyder, try to pull it off. See how you get good resistance there? That means that your surface is ready to accept the stripe. If you put the tape on and it falls off or pulls off real easy, you need to continue to prep. If you've ever had professional ceramic coat, professional, not do it yourself, something you're buying at the store yourself, professional grade ceramic coat, you probably cannot use these stripes because most of the time nothing sticks to that. But if you just use ceramic do-it-yourself wax that they now came out with, no problem, rubbing alcohol will take it off. So let's start our install. So when you get your kit, you're going to get two pieces. They're pre-gapped, separated with transfer tape, which is holding them into place. This makes your install much easier too, plus we're trimming the shape to also help you with alignment to have a successful installation. So we're going to slide the stripe into position and get it so that it matches the other side, making sure that your stripe gap is the same along your gap tape, and that's why we provide the gap tape, is to help you with alignment. So once you get it where you want it, something like that, then you're going to go ahead and set your hinge. This is called a center hinge, this masking tape that runs across from one side of the frunk to the other side of the frunk. It keeps the stripe in place, so wherever you tape it should be where it falls, and that's why we do it this way. Plus it makes your installation much easier. Now you can choose which section you want to install first. Typically I always install middle of stripe to the top. That's just my preference. I think it's easier to squeegee down than up. So we're going to separate the stripe off the backing paper. Now something that we want to note is when you get your stripes, you're going to want to lay your stripes on a flat surface and reattach the transfer tape. So typically when you get it, the first thing you want to do, take the stripes out of the box, lay them on a flat surface in your home, not out in the garage. They need to be in a controlled environment, and re-squeegee. So we're retacking the transfer tape over top to make sure that when you peel the stripe stays on the transfer tape, not on the backing paper. So you're going to retack it. Now with satin and glossy finish, transfer tape doesn't have any issue staying adhered. If you have textured carbon fiber or a matte finish, you're definitely going to want to re-squeegee, because the transfer tape does not love to stick to that type of surface as much. So you'll also notice when you get your kit that typically there's an arrow with a little red dot in one of the corners of the kit. Once you do your installation, that's where we want you to start peeling the transfer tape off. And the reason that we put that there is because we pre-peel in advance to help you get a successful transfer. So follow the arrow. This one doesn't have an arrow because it's a satin finish, so you can peel it from any corner you want to. Okay, so back to the install. We're peeling back half of the stripe down to our center hinge. We need to cut our backing paper away. Use caution, you don't want to hit the machine. Now, when you squeegee this out, it's going to fall into place because your center hinge is holding it where it needs to go. This is automotive marine cast grade wrapping film, so it's the best film you can buy. We wrap complete cars in the same exact material. So it's a great film, very user friendly. That's why we use it. Repositionable, air release technology, doesn't trap air bubbles. Phenomenal film. Transfer tape that we use is an air mask. It's made for wrapping film. It's conformable. So again, the combination is to help you have success when you do installs with our products. Okay, so we're going to start squeegeeing from the center of the stripe to the outsides. And you're using medium to heavy pressure, overlapping strokes. And you can see it's not crazy, it'll fall right into place. So down into and back out of the ridge. I'm holding it up, you can see with my finger, we don't want it to fall prematurely. And now half of it's attached, half of it isn't attached. We can remove the hinge, no longer needed. Same process. Expose the adhesive, throw out the backing paper. Typically, I like to hold the stripe kind of off the surface. You can lay it tight. You're going to pull downward and set it in place. That's fine. You can do that because I'm going to show you. We'll start squeegeeing. You can at any time pick it back up. So if you do run into a wrinkle, you can pick it back up. And that's the advantage of using this type of film. So we put a little tension on it to help lay it flat. We're going to squeegee that surface. And we're going to just down to the outside corner, and we're going to come around the corner up to the emblem in that bottom piece. Squeegee over it nice. Once you get it all squeegeed out, the transfer tape is still on. One process to go, peel the transfer tape. So typically you'd start at this top corner, and when you're peeling the transfer tape, peel it back on top of itself. And do it slowly and watch it. And that way you can get any kind of indication if you need to retack or re-squeegee. And there, it's peeled off. So with wrapping film, typically once you do your install, you can go over the whole thing with heat, and the heat will help to set the film. It's about a 2-week process for wrapping film to take its permanent bond. That doesn't mean that you can't ride. You just want to use caution. 30 days before pressure washing. You can soap and water wash with a garden hose pretty much whenever you want. So stripes are on. Now you can get rid of your gap tape, and look at that. Super cool 2020 Can-am Spyder RT Daytona racing stripes. These are going to come in a multiple finishes. This is, like I said, satin black. But, you know, just gives it a little bit of character too. A little personalized look. We also have the matching top case if you have a limited, so you can get the Le Mans style racing stripes for the front as well as the rear top case. And we have a lot of cool things going on for that top case too, including full paint protection because of that glossy material that they use on these things. It scratches like crazy. So check out our website, WrapMySpyder.com. Email us with any questions that you have, sales@WrapMySpyder.com. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. We hope that this video was helpful so that you have a successful install. If you have questions, don't hesitate to get a hold of us. We're super hands-on, happy to help. This is Pete with WrapMySpyder, and we want to thank you very much for watching this Daytona racing stripe for the all-new 2020 Can-am Spyder RT.